A warrior must be one with their machine. As they charge forth, they will sound the battle cry. Within their grip, the power and might of heavy metal.
Unmuted. Hello everybody, and welcome to our insider information stream. We've got a absolutely packed stream today, as I'm sure most of you will have guessed after yesterday's announcement. But first, to get us all kicked off with, I think we will get the giveaway link out there. So we have a giveaway. And I'm sure everybody who is part of our Discord already knows what's for. But just so that everybody's got plenty of time to get their hands on something new and shiny, there's the link. You know what to do. Winged is still muted. Winged is still muted, they say. Let's have a look at this. Don't know why this could take me a minute, but whilst I'm fixing the audio, if you guys get in and sign yourself up for the giveaway, you will be able to win possibly a shiny new tank. Right, hopefully Winged, they can hear you now. If you'd like to give them all a hi.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Let
us know if you can.
Heard, there we go, it's working again. I love technology some days.
Yes.
It likes
Perfect.
to...
No, as we were saying, we have a very, very action-packed time with you right now. As you probably see, we are not tankers. So before we start, I do want to say hello. Did I do that well?
I think you did it pretty well, although to be fair, comment and chat of KB is giant and Racer is tiny, that's because of how close my camera is, so it's not actually camouflage. That is one of the bits of swag that Winged Racer kindly gave me over at Tankfest. It's now become my chair cover because I thought it was very fitting. A face with the voice, finally.
Cool.
Yes, I am going to be taking up more of the streaming duties now. Tanksaws is enjoying Canada right at this minute. We do have some stuff for him, but first, I think we have to start with the weather.
The weather?
The weather.
Well, today it is 26 degrees Fahrenheit in Chicago. Bit sunny, but as you know, windy city, so we do have a bit of wind. So, not that hot, but not that cold. No storms, thankfully. There's no more storms planned. But it is expected to hit 35 to 36 degrees here next week, so it will be getting warmer.
That's
What's it like in the
very
UK
windy.
right now?
That's very hot. It's not that hot. We are, well, for my area anyway, we are at about 19 to 20 degrees, or have been. It's starting to cool off now as we get closer to the night. But we also have a weather update from Tanksaws as well. He sent the message earlier that over at Aquino it's been 26 degrees Celsius, which is 80 degrees Fahrenheit, with high UV and no clouds. So I hear they've been getting very hot while getting up close and personal to some of the tanks. And if you do happen to be at Aquino this weekend, our Tanksaws is there. Please feel free to go and say hi to him. But he has also sent this little message for everybody.
Hello, and welcome everyone. I am Tanksaws, your usual host for our Friday World of Tanks Modern Armor streams, but today I'm not in the office, nor am I at home. As you can see, a beautiful M60s right behind me here. I'm visiting Toronto, Canada for Aquino Tank Weekend. For those of you that couldn't make it out here, we're going to give you just a little sneak peek of what it's like to be here in front of living tanks. So right behind me, like I mentioned earlier, we have an M60, which is currently undergoing color retreatment because I believe it was in a movie, and now they're touching it up back to its original tan color. So stick around, we're going to go check out some other tanks that are on the arena floor. And here right behind me, I have a Sherman M4 E8 retrofitted to be a little bit like the Fury tank that you've seen in our game and as well as in the movies. Up here in front, we have a couple spare sandbags as well as a couple of spare road wheels. And on this side over here, we have some logs on the side of the vehicle, just like the vehicle in game that you see and love. And these logs were actually used to help you get your tank unstuck if it were to be stuck in mud. So that you take these logs off, put them right in front of your tracks, and it would give you a little bit extra traction so you get your vehicle out of the mud. And finally, here behind me, we have a tank that's very near and dear, close to my heart, the T-54. This is the first tank that I had the pleasure of getting a tank ride last year at Aquino, and let me tell you, it was spectacular. It was not as smooth as you might think. It was a little jerky, but just seeing this vehicle actually moving around is incredible. Similar to the Fury that we just saw, it also has a wooden log here in the back, and it's also to help get the vehicle unstuck in case it got stuck in mud. It also has spare fuel tanks in the back. What a beautiful tank. That's all I could say. Hopefully this little sneak peek is something that you enjoyed. If you would like to see more tanks like this, go ahead and take a look at Aquino Tank Weekend maybe for next year. Shooting it back over to you, KB and Winged Racer. Have a great one, and we'll see you on the battlefield.
Back, it looks like Tanksaws is having a wonderful time over at Aquino so far, and he's also been very generous enough to share us lots of images as well. So, Winged, do you know what tank that is currently on the screen? If you can see it.
Well, looking down here, looking at my notes, I don't know.
You don't know. So that is the M60.
What is it? Should we ask?
Oh, well, I've already told them.
Should we ask them?
I've already told them, and chat beat me to it.
Yeah.
It is actually the M60 that Tanksaws was just showing us in his little video that he sent back to us. The one that they have been retouching with some paint. And we have some more, actually. So who can guess what tank this one is?
Ooh. We have an M47, Chaffee, Leo 1, Leopard 1A3, Challenger 3, Leopard. There's a lot of Leopards.
I think most people have got it. It is one of the Leopard variants. And just behind it, right in that back corner, you can also see another leopard variant, but you can only see his back end, unfortunately. And I think these are some of my favourite images that have come back from Mr. Tanksaws this weekend. Let's see if you can guess the tank that he's having lots of fun in front of here. What do you think, chat? What sort of tank is Mr. Tanksaws having fun with there?
Centurion, Churchill 7. Centurion, comment, British.
British, yeah, it's
Mr.
very
SPG said
British.
it's British
It
tank.
is very British. It is, as most of the chat has guessed, a Centurion. And then we also have this. You've all seen Mr. Tanksaws' water bottle before. It has now had an additional sticker added to the collection. Can you guess the tank that it's sat on top of? I can see a
Chieftain,
certain Jack the
Matilda.
Ripper trying to troll us with different tanks. But yes, it is, as most people are guessing, a chieftain with a centurion next to it. And then finally, we have one last image of Tanksaws looking extremely happy with his new addition to the water bottle in front of the chieftain. So it does look like that Aquino has been a wonderful day so far. It's on for the rest of the weekend, and I hear they were having some form of battle royale in tanks earlier on today. So I think
That is cool.
they've been having a lot of fun out there.
Yeah, so if you are in the area and you're in Aquino, don't hesitate to go and say hi to him. He may be busy, but he doesn't bite. So go say hi, and he has a few goodies as well.
I was
so
gonna
if you
say,
like some
I
goodies,
heard that
definitely
he'd
go
got
find
some
him.
goodies out there. Plenty of goodies from what I hear. I also heard from one of the team out there they were giving away free chicken wings, so if that's up your street as well, you best head on down to Aquino, hadn't you?
Chicken wings and a goodie from Tankos.
What's
more
not
do you
to
want?
love there? What's not to love? But anyways, that's not all that we've had this week, is it, Winged?
No, on Tuesday we released the new season. It is our new season, Heavy Metal. So, if you have not had a look, please go in and check, go through, but we're going to show some of the season pass rewards you can get. So if you have the free season, you'll be able to get the GSAW 1008 Tier 8 British TD at level 100. And what do we have for the base season pass, KB?
For the base season pass, so this is the one you get when you purchase a season pass for 2,000 gold, you will get yourself the Lioness Skoda, a Czech Tier 7 Heavy at level 25, followed by the Panther 8 German Tier 8 Medium at level... Right, the Lioness is at level 25 and the Panther's level 75. I am skipping too far ahead on my notes. But you will also get the new T114 Battalion 80 American Tier 10 TD at level 100. And you will get the chance to earn the tank skin at level 120 if you carry on going past that level 100 final tier. And then what have we got in the Ultimate Season Pass?
Ultimate Season Pass, we have the new Leclerc T4 Terminator Western Alliance Era Free tank. You also receive the new T4 skin, and you'll get Vincent Duchateau as a 3D Premium Commander. You will also get everything in the base and the free season pass as well. So if you get the base and then you use the 4,000 to upgrade, or if you go straight for the upgrade system at 6k, you will get all the rewards we have mentioned should you get to stage 100, and 120 for the camo skin for the T114 battalion. Pretty cool, I think.
And that's
But-
not all that we've released with the season, is it?
Yeah.
No,
No, we released some updates to some of the features. One of the ones that we were seeing a lot of people asking for was the Marks of Excellence. So can you explain what we did here, KB? What did we do to make the changes?
So, on the Marks of Excellence, we have restored the original map performance factor. It's the factor that you, the players, all enjoyed back when we first introduced the MOE system in 2015. When we made further updates to the system, you asked for this to be reinstated, so here it is. It provides more leniency when you're achieving marks 1, 2 and 3. It also allows them to be earned just a little bit more quickly. The newest Marks of Excellence, number 4, or the gold mark as most of you know it all by, has remained the same for any of you who want to prove yourself as the best of the best in a particular vehicle. So that's what we've done to the Marks of Excellence. What about the individual... Have we been?
Have we seen any people... Have you been getting some more Marks of Excellence recently?
Me, no, but
Let us
I
know.
don't go out of the way to mark my tanks, but I know quite a few people in chat do. So let us know if you have
yes.
been marking those tanks. And apparently I'm echoing through part of your setup, Winged.
Oh, let me have a look.
Which is
Does that
quite
fix it?
interesting because it didn't do this on Tuesday. So fingers crossed
Yeah.
you've just fixed
Let us
it.
know if you see in the echo. I have muted everything. It was all down, but do let us know. Okay, so
Dave GM
yeah, as I
says
was
he's
saying,
going
it
for the
wasn't.
T92 HMC free mark. Somebody else is aiming for the Object 292, so it's very much like people are enjoying this again.
Yeah. I think we should maybe on Discord set up a channel where you can showcase and show off your marks. So if you think this is something that you would like to see, please let us know and we can get that up and you can start showing off your marks, especially the 3rd mark and even the 4th marks. I think we should do that, KB. Yeah? Let's see afterwards what we can do.
We can have a look for that. It shouldn't be too hard to sort something out. But moving
Perfect.
on,
Oh,
what did we do with the
yeah,
commanders?
we did it. So we did a respec. So as you know, in the past, you could go in and you could remove one skill that maybe you didn't like, maybe you don't need anymore. Some of our skills, especially to boost your commander experience earnings, very effective at the beginning, but not necessarily effective when you have your 9 perks. So with the update, we have now added that functionality back, so you would now be able to go in, select one perk, and respec it. And if you still want to respec all 9, you won't need to go through and respec all 9 individually. You'll still have the option to go and select all 9 if you have 9 perks, 6 if you have 6. But you will now have the option to respec the 1. And that's not it. With the change, we also had a discount going. I think we had, KB, and I
We
think it's going
did.
for not just this week, but for an extra week.
It is, so
what about the
it
discount?
won't run out on Tuesday, it will go for an extra week longer, and you get a full 50% off any commander respecking, so whether that's 1 skill, 6 skills, or 9 skills, or anywhere in between, you will get 50% off your respecking.
It's pretty cool. So before, the update, if you wanted to respec 1, you had to pay 90 gold. As of this week, it would normally be 10. But for these 2 weeks, this week has coming to an end, but 1 more week, you'll be able to get that respec for 5. So 5 gold if you need to change 1 spec, which is pretty cool. I like it. Maj Crusher's also saying he likes it. Kilo One is sending his respect. So thank you, everyone. You know, these came from all you put on our Discord. So definitely get into our Discord and give us your feedback and suggestions, because we do check there.
We do check there a
But we
lot of the
did.
time.
Yeah, we did a few more updates. So would you like to tell him about the ATGM update that we had go live as well on Tuesday?
Yes, so the ATGM update was, I'm going to say, quite extensive, because we've applied both minimum arming distance and improved acceleration to the ATGMs. So if we start with the acceleration, that just means it gets to their top speed much quicker than you were previously seeing before Tuesday. So it was around 20 to 40 meters per second. It's now been updated to 80 to 145 meters per second, depending on the ATGM that you're using.
So what that means is, if I'm correct here, KB, so it doesn't actually change how fast the missile will go, but what it does is it will get to its highest speed a lot faster.
Yes,
Is that
that's
correct?
exactly what we've got going. So acceleration is the amount of time it takes for you to reach your top speed, and we've increased that portion rather than increasing its actual top speed. The top speeds have stayed exactly the same.
Perfect. If you weren't aware of that, now you do. I'm happy to know that as well. And going on to the minimum arming distance. So we've seen a lot of people in the chat saying that it's been good so far, Cold War's better. The ATGM change is amazing. So what else can we talk about the minimum arming distance? How does that work?
So, minimum arming distance is the distance an ATGM needs to travel until it is armed. And that's when it can do its full damage and penetration potentials. So if you're too close to the target, you will have an X on your HUD, and that's going to denote that you are too close to the vehicle and do a reduced damage potential and penetration potential. So damage potential becomes 25% of your base, and penetration is 75% of your base. Now,
so
for the
and the
different
discount
tanks, we have two values. Some tanks are set to 65 meters, other tanks are set to 100 meters. So, depending on your tank, it depends how close or how far away you need to be to make sure that your ATGMs arm and can do the full damage. The distances can be seen within the tank's detailed stat page. We added these, and as many people have pointed out, there is a new doink impact when you hit a tank with an ATGM that isn't armed. Doink. Yes, and apparently we're still getting a bit of an echo off me, and our lovely tank source in the background is saying that maybe you need to reduce the volume on something.
myself?
Maybe? I'm not seeing where it would be coming through on my settings, so that will be something I will be investigating after the stream as well to find out what went wrong and to improve it for next time.
Oh. So tank cause is here. Let me check. Did that fix it?
I'm hoping
Did that
it's
fix it,
fixed
everyone?
I can't hear myself coming through
I
my
don't
own
hear
headset.
the echo. Not here anymore. So it was coming through the TV, even though I had it all muted, because the volume was up somehow. You know, it was happening. So hopefully that's not going to happen anymore. Tanko's just sent me a message and he's saying it sound good. So while he might not be on stream with us, he is here in my heart and in spirit. So thank you, Tankos, for fixing the technical issue.
He's always
So, yeah,
there for us, isn't he?
Yeah, so Sinister's like blamed Winged. However, Sinister, we can't blame you this week because you were here before the stream started. So we were hoping it was all going to go good. And we need to have chats afterwards, Sinister, see what's going on here. But no, on a serious note, yeah, each tank in the stats page will say if it is 65 meters or 100. So yeah, if you're unsure, definitely go have a look and see. And you will get indicator in the game, but if you're like me, it would be nice to know before you get in and go, oh, actually it was 100 when you got to 65, thinking it might be 65. So go and have a check and let us know what you think of it. So we do have some feedback forms on all the things that we've currently said, that being the actual marks of excellence, the commander perk change, or minimum arm and distance, even the new map province, which we haven't spoke about yet, but we will do.
Haven't spoke about province
Let
yet.
us know. Yeah, let us know on Discord under each feedback, and we will be having a look. Any improvements, any suggestions are greatly appreciated. So we have Dino C saying, where's the heavy and the heavy metal? The heavy metal will be coming. Do not worry. It will be coming. But before we go on to that, we do want to mention one more thing. The War Chests for Gold anti-dupe system. So, KB, how does the anti-dupe system work for the new War Chest for Gold?
So, we've updated this system so that it now works across any potential epic tank duplicate you may get. So what this does is when you open the war chest, it will run a double check across your garage and make sure that it's giving you a tank that you don't already own. So it makes...
Firstly, you got to also be aware that it is only for the epic tanks.
Yes.
So yeah, it will look at the epic tanks and not all the tanks that you may get from the drops.
Yes, that's exactly how the dupe system is working currently. Let us know if you're liking this, because it is something new and we do want to hear feedback on it.
Yeah, and it is feedback from you. So the first thing you were saying was the duplicates for these tanks, they do provide silver. And if you're waiting for the epic, especially if it comes from the pity system, when you get a tank that you already have, it's not great. So this will be here to stop that and make sure that you get one of the epic tanks that you don't have. Yes, Max Mine Tanker is correct. It is only for the epic tanks, so all the other tanks you can still get duplicates for, and you will get the silver value. This is affecting the epic tanks only. So if you don't get an epic tank, we want to make sure that you do get an epic tank that you don't have.
Yes, and finally, to finish off this week, we have had a couple of sales. So this is a tank people asked to be updated many times, and we did give it its multi-weapon system. The MBT-70 is on offer, as is the RDF light tank, the IS-6 and heavy tank number 6. We've also had a weekly deal on some boosters, so that's 10 times 4 commander boosters and 10 times 3 XP boosters, as well as the super savings for an aggressive scout loadout, so that's everything you could need to be an aggressive scout in equipment, the AC4 experimental and the T34 free tank. And that
Cool. So yeah,
covers all of this
the first
week.
one. Yeah, so we just got to the first part. So let's start talking about next week. I think that's what everyone's asking for. So, should we start with the wallet savers and the weekly sales before we go into
what
Battle
everybody's
Fest?
waiting for? Yes, I think we can run through this quite quickly and get everybody's hopes up for some more Metal Fest news. But no, for the wallet savers, so this is your tanks that are 30% off. We have the M60A1 Rise passive, the T62 M1, the Chieftain T95, and the AT15A. So 2 Gold War tanks and 2 World War II tanks up for grabs.
And if you're like me and you're a fan of British TDs, the AT15A is definitely one not to miss. It is one of my favorite tanks I always go back to continue playing. It is a nice, mean machine, should we call? I like
mean machine, he says.
And the weekly sales?
Yes.
The weekly deal this week will be 5 times 4 Commander XP boosters, 5 times free XP boosters, 5 times 1.5 silver boosters, and 5 times free XP boosters. So if you're running out on boosters or you need some of that and you want to, this weekly deal is for you.
There's plenty of sales
And what
on
about the super
boosters as
savings?
well, because the super savers involve lots more boosters. So the super savings this week are medium boosters, which are times 3 vehicle XP 5 of, 5 times 6 commander XP boosters, and 5 1.25 times silver boosters. You can then get some large boosters, which is 5 times 4 vehicle XP boosters, 5 times 8 commander boosters, or 5 times 1.5 silver boosters. Or if you get to the very end of the super savings, you can get the extra large booster pack, which is 5 times 5 vehicle XP boosters, 5 times 10 commander boosters, or 5 times 2 silver boosters as well. So it seems to be a bit of a booster heavy week.
It is, but we do have some contracts coming back. So we have 2 contracts. The first one, Plague Bringer. So the Plague Bringer will be back for you to go through the stages to unlock. And the second one is the KPZ M40 90mm.
Would
So
you like the
yeah.
cheating way to say the name?
Yes, please.
It's the unskinned
How
Holland
else do we
Hund.
say that? There we go. So if you would like one of these, have a look at the contracts on Tuesday, and you will be able to sign up and give them a go. You can use gold as well to skip some of the stages. These details and the requirements will be seen. So keep an eye on our portal and in-game on Tuesday if you need to know what these conditions are. And we have an on track, don't we?
We do have an on track for the CS63, which is the Polish medium line. So you will get plus 25 XP across the entire line if you play a game in them. And you will also get 30% off the CS44, CS52, CS59 and the CS63, and at the lower tiers, so the 10 TP, the 14 TP, the DZ pins and the boogie, you will get 50% off those tanks. So if that's a tank line you haven't yet gone up, I would say get on it for the next 2 weeks, because the CS63 also comes with a gas turbine mechanic built in so that it gets some extra speed when you activate it.
So not only can you boogie in it, you have a boogie, and you have this one who can give you the speed. So how cool is that? A tank you can boogie, and a tank that makes you go faster. So on serious note though, this is pretty cool. You get a 25% XP discount, 50% off the lowers, the 30% up, and you have all the others going on in the game as well. So not only do you get that with all the boosters you can put on, right? And the times, and your daily wins as well. That XP value can go up. So pretty cool to take advantage of if you have not done so already. And I think that's it for the week, isn't it? Yeah, is that it? Do we have anything else?
Are you trying to annoy them? They're only here for one thing this week. Surely you didn't miss the news yesterday, Winged.
I don't know. Do we have anything?
I think the players might want to hear about everything related to Metalfest.
Alright then, so let's roll that tape.
Only way to feel the noise is when it's good and loud. Let's rock and roll.
I'm riding on the Thunder Chief. I'm driving like a maniac, driving my way to hell and back.
let's see if it decides to start working, because apparently Mr. Max Chaos's camera, who is joining me for the Metal Fest section, is deciding not to work on my screen. Unfortunately. But anyways, Max, say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody. How's it going? I hope you're ready to hear some heavy metal fest news.
I hope they are as well, and I'm getting about 4 echoes now, so I need to see where that's coming from.
Max Chaos minimum Wi-Fi.
Honestly, I don't know why the cameras are playing up. It's just decided that it doesn't want to display now. Discord doing Discord things, I suppose. But shall we get into a bit of our Metal Fest news for everyone?
Of course. All right, so let's start off with what our sales are for this one, and then we can go into our tanks and challenges. Let's start off with some Rob Zombie. So we're going to have the Rob Zombie Mega Pack, which includes the Dragula T55 AGM. We have the Super Beast skin for the M5355, which is the US artillery. We're going to have a Rob Zombie 3D Commander, Rob Zombie 2D Commander, and then we're going to have an assortment of emblems. We have the Dragula, Hellbilly, Skull, Demon, King Freak, Monster Invasion, Blue Beast, Three-Eyed, Sinister Monster, Magic Shop, Magic Skull, Gang Gang Gong, and then there's 4 additional inscriptions for Rob Zombie, Living Dead Girl, Super Beast, and Psychic Throne.
That is
All these items
one
will
big mega
also
pack.
be. What's that?
That's one big mega pack.
Oh yes, it's a little bit of everything. If you don't want the mega pack though, maybe it's a bit much right now. We have all items will also be available in their own bundles, apart from the cosmetics. All the cosmetic items will be grouped together into their one cosmetic pack for those.
So, you've just mentioned about the Dragula tank. What can you tell us about that one? We do indeed. We do. We're just having a few technical issues with your microphone. For some reason, it's completely muted you as soon as I've put the images up. So, they've not heard anything about that tank. So let me just re-pull in the audio and try and fix it, because otherwise this is not going to work properly. No, why is that not working now? I actually think I've completely lost your audio, which is not good. Let me transition that. How about now? Give us another hi and see if it's working again.
Can everybody hear me now? Hello?
Is it
All right, we're seeing some
singular?
yeses now.
There we go. Right, I think we need to run through the Dragula one more time before we show off that armor viewer.
Well, it was so good, I'm happy to say it all again. All right, so for being a Rob Zombie tank, this we'll play the Dragula song when you're in the garage. This is a limited time license, so once the license expires, then the song will also expire with that. It's special visual themed around the song for Rob Zombie, including like the tombstone on the back and other visual elements. While it is a medium tank, there's nothing medium about its firepower. It has an impressively large 125 millimeter gun, which is the biggest gun on an Air 3 medium, hitting for 560 alpha damage. Its level of armor protection is also nothing short of impressive, as it's covered in a special knees armor design, which is designed to defeat multiple types of shells, including ATGMs, AP shells, APCR, APDS, APS-FDS, and heat shells. And then I'll just tell you about the ERA first, and then you can show the image after if that cuts out my audio. So in the following armor viewer picture, the special ERA armor will be the 25 millimeter ERA blocks. You'll find them placed on the upper front hull, the upper front fenders, the front half of the side skirts, and around the turret. And these are the blocks of armor that if someone shoots, that's what's going to stop, pretty much anything that hits it. So as a user, take advantage of this armor protection and use it to your advantage. And if you find this tank on the enemy battlefield, avoid shooting in those places.
Does look like that era armor is going to be suspiciously hard to combat unless you get behind the tank itself.
Yep. And then of course, this is all powered by a 1,050 horsepower engine, and you'll get to see it rumbling on the back of the tank as you're driving around. It's an exposed engine on the rear, which is kind of neat for it. And then, not to be left out, we have the Super B skin for the M5355. So, this tank is for the Cold War crowd, but if you play World War II and you're still interested in Rob Zombie, then we have the Super B skin for you. Something special about this skin, this year this skin actually has its own song. So whenever you equip this skin to your vehicle, it will play Super Beast. It's something we're pretty excited about, and hope it adds that extra value for you if you choose to equip it.
I saw quite a few people yesterday very excited to see some new content for an artillery piece in game. So hopefully this is going to go down quite well with our artillery fans.
Yeah, but it's been a while since we had some new something for artillery. And similar to the tank, the song is limited time as well for this, so the skin will play that Super Beast until the license expires. One important note, I know chat was asking us earlier about Rob Zombie. Rob Zombie does not have custom VO. It's not a lack of trying for this, just things didn't work out with timing and scheduling, so we weren't able to get that.
Which was unfortunate. However, we do have some quite fun stories later on about some different VOs. But first, I think we should head into the Motorhead Mega Pack.
All right, for the Motorhead Mega Pack, we have the Thunder Chief Object 452K. We're going to have the Motorhead skin, which is called Bomber, for the FV107 Scimitar. We have the War Pig 3D Commander, Lemmy 3D Commander, Lemmy 2D Commander, Mikey 2D Commander, Phil Campbell 2D Commander, and then a selection of emblems for the Spade and the War Pig cross swords, the hat, and then a selection of inscriptions, which is the Motorhead logo, Live to Win, Lemmy is God, and Born to Lose, Out to Lunch. Similar to the other Mega Pack, these items will also be available in their own bundles, apart from the cosmetics, which will be combined into just a large cosmetic pack.
And if anybody wants to see any of the emblems or inscriptions, the 2D commanders or anything like that, you should be keeping an eye on our portal after the stream, as we have plenty of articles detailing every section of Metal Fest and what you can expect. So why don't we dig into the Thunder Chief?
All right, so our Thunder Chief. This is our World War II offering, since the other tank was for Cold War, so make sure we take care of both game modes here for everybody. So the object, the Thunder Chief object, 252.
452k.
452.
They love using numbers to confuse us, don't they?
Yeah, oh, I lost track. There's a lot of numbers in front of me. So it's the Tier 10 Soviet heavy tank. Similar, we have the license time theme, limited time license for Ace of Spades that this tank will play in the garage. In true headbanger style, this heavy tank has some really well armored turrets for shrugging off incoming shells, and it excels in like a hull down gameplay. All of this is backed by a large 130 millimeter gun with 560 alpha damage, so it'll be able to dish out some serious damage. It also does have 7 degrees of gun depression, which is pretty good for USSR heavy, which typically have around 5 or 6. So it gives it that a little bit extra flexibility on the battlefield when you find yourself in some uneven terrain. And then its visual theme is
heavy. That's really good gun depression.
So its visual theme is based on the Ace of Spades song for this one.
And then we also have another skin with the Motorhead collection, don't we?
Yep. So for the Cold War side, we have the bomber skin, which is for the FV-107. And of course, this will play the bomber soundtrack whenever you have it mounted to your vehicle in the garage.
That is... I actually have been working on this tank, so I will be picking that skin up and using it while I finish off the 107 in my Cold War gameplay. But that's not all. We have a couple of stories about the custom VOs for both Lemmy and Warpig now, don't we?
Well, we sure do.
I think if anybody read the PlayStation blog or Xbox Wire posts, then you will know how we brought Warpig's VO to life. But for those who haven't read those articles yet, how about we let them know how we brought this unique commander to life?
Well, for Warpig, they recorded audio of a dog. I believe it was Brendan's dog.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have any images for that?
Well, I haven't picked up the images of our audio director's... Well, it's his sister's-in-law's Poogle, for anybody that was wondering. He was following the pup around to get the audio that was needed to be able to bring Warpig to life, as we worked very closely with the band themselves to do it. But that, if you haven't read the PS blog or the Xbox Wire articles yet, they do go into some detail on how we did that, so it's a very interesting story. But we've also managed to bring Lemmy's voice to life in the game as well, haven't we?
Yep.
Which was a challenge, but why don't you tell everybody how we managed to do that?
Well, first, I'd like to say thank you for those who participated in our Discord poll. We did poll in Discord asking players about how they felt about creating voices through AI for those that we can't, maybe not with us anymore to be able to create video. And so that was what we did for Lemmy. It was created with the help of AI system going through and be able to create a voice for him.
Yes, and we worked very closely with the estate to make sure it was as close to life as possible, because from what we have heard, he very much enjoyed these style of games. So it was a think a great honour for our audio director to be able to work with them to help to bring him completely to life within the game. It's also very interesting for me, as Lemmy was actually from up the road in Burslem, and there has been talks of erecting a statue in his honour within the town centre. So if that happens, I will have to go up and take photos for everybody.
That's pretty cool.
It is. It's like everybody thinks we're just known for Robbie Williams here in Stoke-on-Trent, but we're not. We've got a few others about. We have got a few others about, like Lemmy. So we're not all just to the Robbie Williams, we have others as well. But I think we need to tell everybody what sort of challenges they can expect with Metal Fest from next week.
Sounds good to me. So we kind of went over all the bundles now, but let's go on to the challenges. So we're going to be kicking things off. We're going to have 2 challenges. One will be the personal challenge, and then the other one's going to be our community challenge. The first thing you want to do is your personal challenge, because you can't compete with the community challenge until you have started your personal challenge. And the first decision you're going to need to make is picking a band. You're going to need to either pick Motorhead or pick Rob Zombie.
Mm-hmm.
If
And
you pick
these are very important, right?
Yeah. So if you pick Motorhead, the things that you're going to earn along the way are going to be some Motorhead inspired cosmetics, and then your final reward at the end of your personal challenge will be the Tier 8 HMH Huntsman Certuron, and that will be at 200 points.
And what about if the players pick Rob Zombie?
So for Rob Zombie, you'll earn, of course, Rob Zombie themed cosmetics. And then the final reward for that one will be the Tier 8 HMH AMX Model 58.
So 2 Tier 8s up for grabs. I suppose it depends somewhat on what the players want more. Do you want the Tier 8 medium tank or the Tier 8 light tank? What's going to fit your fancy a little bit more? But
And that's not the only decision that they need to make.
No, it's not, because depending on your decision now, it affects the community challenge as well.
It sure does. So we're just gonna go cover into the community challenge side, and then we'll circle back a little bit on this.
Mm-hmm.
So for the community challenge, it's very important. Whichever band you pick for your personal challenge will also affect the discounts that you earn in the community challenge. So if you were to pick Motorhead for your personal challenge, you're going to earn a bigger discount for the Thunder Chief. So if that Thunder Chief has your eye and you're wanting the biggest discount possible, then you're going to go for the Motorhead challenge. And then for
Did we lose? I will tell you why we lost audio. Hold on a minute. Seeing other. Okay. And if I transition that back in, it should be working now. Or at least I hope it's working now. It should be.
we need to start back at the community challenge.
I think they heard most of it. I think we should just run through the discount section again.
All right. So if you pick Motorhead, you'll earn a 50% discount for the Thunder Chief instead of a 30% discount. And if you pick Rob Zombie, you'll earn the 50% discount on Dragula instead of the 30% discount.
So not only have they got to make the decision on which Tier 8 tank they want more, they've also got to make the decision on which discount they'd prefer more as well.
Yeah, lots of choices.
I tell you what, chat, you've got some really big decisions to make come Tuesday. But how do players earn points for both of these challenges? Because that's what they'll want to know.
All right, so to earn points for both personal and community challenge, you're going to have two main challenges, which is first one is deal 1,500 or more damage in any number of battles, which will give you a point. The second main challenge will be placed in the top 6 XP earners on your team in battle to earn a point.
I hear there's
And then
a
an
couple of
additional,
other ways too.
yeah, an additional one is each time you earn 1,000 or more tank XP in a battle while using any of the Sabaton, Iron Maiden, Megadeth, Rob Zombie, or Motorhead tanks, you will also receive a random drop of one of the following items: 500 Commander XP, 5,000 silver, 100 free XP, or an HMH Black Skull emblem with a point.
So that's 3 ways
And
to
then
earn
as
points for you, chat. What else have we got lined up as sleeves? Is there anything you can maybe give away?
well, there's also going to be some additional bonus points that we've set up as secret challenges for you to discover along the way. So as you do these hidden challenges, you will see the points and you'll get the pop-up rewards for them. And this is a metal fest, so they could be related to different things that make you think about heavy metal.
Well, I hope they will make them think all about heavy metal, considering we're in the middle of the heavy metal season. But I think that's everything so far for Metal Fest. I think the chat have got a lot to digest there. And I do see one question you might be able to answer. Are all of the previous Metal Fest tanks going to be on sale from Tuesday as well?
So for Tuesdays are two headliners, which will be Rob Zombie and
Have you forgotten the name?
Rob,
It will be Rob Zombie and Motorhead.
yeah, Rob Zombie and Motorhead. So many bands.
There
Trying to
is a
think of
lot
which
of
ones are the
bands
new
now.
ones. All the bands. But if you're looking for last year's bands that were there for the first Metal Fest, see an encore coming from them later in August. So keep an eye out for that.
So they will be coming, you'll just have to sit tight for a little bit longer. And I think on that note, we will say a fond goodbye to Max Chaos for now. I'm sure you'll see him again in the Discord at some point over the course of the next couple of weeks. But I think it's time for us to run through a final few things, and as chat keeps mentioning, we have a giveaway still running. So, thank you for joining us, Max. Is there anything you'd like to say left to the players?
Sorry, I had muted myself already. No, just I hope you guys are enjoying the season and enjoy the content that we have to offer you next week. Pretty excited to get my hands on these tanks, and I've been rocking out the last 2 weeks now internally, just listening to the music on the background while I've been getting work done.
I had a bit of Sabaton popping up in my playlist earlier, so it knows. My Spotify knows exactly what's happening. But now I thank you for joining us, and I'm going to welcome back a certain Mr. Winged Racer to join us again. Let's hope he's not muted himself, chat. Because they messed my cameras up. Look at that. We have a floating Mr. Max Chaos. Hold on a minute, peeps. Winged, how about you tell them something about our Discord and some of the plans we've got for it? If he can hear me. I hope he can hear me. Hello? Winged, are you there? I think he's run off, chat. Well, in the meantime, whilst I fix the cameras, how about you all tell me which tank you are most excited about for Metalfest? Is it the Thunder Chief? Is it the Dragoula? Maybe it's one of the skins for the M5355 or the FV, or maybe it's one of our older tanks that are returning in a couple of weeks. Let me know in the chat while I try and fix this. Which one was for the Senlac? None of them were for the Senlac QB. It was the FV107, which is one of our Cold War tanks. Won't be much longer, chat. Although we are going to see a green screen for him. There we go. Now, can we hear you? Have you muted your mic, Winged? Because we still can't see him. Well, we still can't hear you, in fact. Nope, no, he's saying he's touching random things again. And can you remember when we had this happening during a Tuesday stream? Didn't you turn it off and on again? Sign language it is for you then, Winged. Whilst I start pulling some of our giveaway winners. Because we do have a couple of giveaways to give out, and we will be crediting some lucky winners with the Thunder Chief and another lucky winner with the Dragoula. So if that's right up your alley, you might be in luck once I can get the giveaway to work properly, because that's also being a pain for me, which is not fun. Because apparently it can't find anybody, which... And I don't want to be saying what it's actually given me, which is a shame. So, I'm going to grab everybody's name and do it this way instead. And quite a few of you have joined the giveaway today, so there is a 1 to 423 chance of somebody winning a tank today. So, we will do this the good old way by doing a random picker instead, and doing it that way because it will be so much easier than fighting with my other tools that don't want to work. So as I'm putting them into here, we did also want to tell you that we have a couple of things going on in Discord over the last couple of weeks. Well, the last week. So if you haven't already seen, we have started a very simple giveaway for a Churchill AVRE plus 7 days of premium. And to do that, all you need to do is join the Discord, head on into our giveaway channel, and simply click the button. That's all you've got to do, and then when it ends next Tuesday, I will be providing the lucky winner with the code to be able to claim that. And we've also got a contest running at the same time. We are asking you all to drop your either changes to singular skills or commander builds that you have created this week since the individual respec went live. So for that, if you end up being our lucky winner, you will win the Churchill Oki or 7 days of premium. So that's 2 contests going on. We hope you come and join both of them and tell us what you've been creating, especially on your commander builds. And if you're not in Discord already, there's the link in the chat I will copy that as well for our YouTube crowd who are sat there watching as well. Wing's trying to fix his Discord as we speak, but that's what we've got going on for events wise. But for a bit of housekeeping, we will also be doing some back-end work in Discord next week. So if you see anything go a little bit funky, a little bit weird, don't panic, it's just me doing some back-end work. But it is a good reminder to make sure you go and pick up your language roles in Discord, because they're going to become very essential over the next couple of weeks as we start updating the Discord completely. And finally, we have our first winner. So you will be getting the Thunder Chief Object 452K on Tuesday, and that is one Killer 1984-B. So I will also write that in chat. So that's Killer 1984. You will be receiving the Thunder Chief on Tuesday. As for our Dragula, let's see who gets spat out this time from the wheel. Any minute now, computer. We have Assault Flame as our winner for the Dragula tank. Like the Thunder Chief, you will receive that in your garage on Tuesday. You don't have to do anything. It will all be credited by us on the back-end system. And if you haven't noticed already, we have gone a little bit slightly over, but that also means that all our portal articles will be live for everything Metal Fest if you want to go and check them out. So that includes everything from both the tanks to the skins to the commanders, the different bundles that we've just ran through. All of those are now live on the portal for all of your reading across the weekend. And we will see you again on Tuesday for our Tog2 Tuesday streams. I hope you all come and try to join in with the Tog battles as we did on Tuesday across the bridges of Mountain Pass. It is a much beloved Tuesday event now by the looks of it, as people have been asking us for it to return, so we will be doing that on a weekly basis now. We hope to see everybody soon, and Malibu Steven's still on his holidays, so you'll have to stay tuned to see when he is coming home. We hope you've all enjoyed today, and if you're on Twitch, that you stick around to raid one of our community contributors or one of our community ambassadors. Happy tanking and enjoy the weekend. We will see you all next week. Thank you everybody for watching.